here we have a cage full of little fluffy nuggets of joy. Here we have 9 baby quail. These are from my own hatching eggs. So Quentin is the dad, and I don't know whether I've got chicks from all of the 4 girls, because you don't really know who lays what where quail eggs are concerned, because they're all the same, or much the same anyway. But yeah, so my existing big quail are the parents of these 9 little quail. Now I'm sorry that the light is a bit funny, because there's actually a heat light. You can see it there. There's a heat lamp on in here, so it makes the light in the cage funny for me to video. But yeah, these wee guys were hatched hatched Tuesday and into Wednesday last week, and it's Monday now, so they're 5-6 days old. And there was 12 eggs set and 9 hatched successfully, so a 75% hatch rate, which is really good. Now I didn't hatch them myself, actually. A couple of friends of mine hatched them and brought them over about 3 days ago. So I've had them for the past 3 days, and they are looking great. They're really enjoying their lives. Sorry that I'm looking through the bars at the moment. What I will do is I'll bring some out, and I'll try and get some video at different, can we see that? You're going to focus? At different angles so that you can see them a bit better. But I just wanted to introduce you to them just now. Now you may be thinking, what am I going to do with 9 quail? And I sort of am thinking that myself. I don't know the proportion of boys to girls. Undoubtedly there will be a fair number of boys in the clutch, but we'll just have to see. I will keep them all if necessary, but I think my ideal would be to have 3 females to put in with my existing covey, and then we'll see about rehoming the rest. But I do keep quail as pets, and I'm certainly not going to hatch quail and then just give them to someone to eat or to feed their reptiles a bird of prey or whatever, which is all, you know, I'm not dissing that per se, but it's not something that I'm willing and happy to do. So if I have to keep them all myself, I will. I'll just build them a des res, or maybe have to build a couple of des reses, depending on the number of boys and girls that I get. We shall just see. So watch this space. I'm not sure if the first set of feathers will help me identify the sex of them. I'll need to do a little bit of reading up, actually. I'm in a bit of uncharted territory, although I'm trying to prepare myself as best I can. But I will keep you posted. I just wanted to show you them. They are just delightful little things. They're teeny tiny. They can be quite noisy. So I have them. They originally were in a little sort of plastic tote. It's a plastic tub. But I've now since bought this. It's actually let's back off a wee bit. It's actually a rat cage. Minus the rats, obviously. And I like this because it's got quite a deep base. And then the bars are quite small. So hopefully even when they're bigger, they're able to reach this, they wouldn't get their little heads stuck. And whilst, you know, buying something just for such a short term, because it's only a matter of weeks before they'll be able to go out, it might seem a false economy, this is actually going to be a good hospital cage or emergency cage or even a transport cage if I'm transporting birds around. So I think that it's been a good investment and it wasn't very expensive. And my friends lent me the heat lamp, which is fantastic and is doing the girls and boys the world of good. I've actually got a couple of towels over this just to keep the heat in, particularly at night. And I've got some aluminium foil there to reflect the heat from the heat lamp back down into the cage, and it means there's no heat coming out here to frazzle anything up on top. As for food, if I just show you here, this is what I have got for them. I contacted this company, I don't know whether you can read it very well. It's Heritage Poultry and Livestock, and they have like a quail starter kit. So for the first 4 weeks I feed this quail super starter crumb, which is little tiny crumbs for their little tiny beaks. And then there's, for the next 4 weeks, there's another food, slightly tiny pellets. And then thereafter, there's layers pellets. So I think it's growers pellets, then layers pellets. But first of all, this quail super starter crumb. And that's what they're on at the moment. So this should set them up to grow big, strong, healthy boys and girls. With quail, you do need quite a high proportion of protein in their diet, and that's why I've gone for specifically for quail feed rather than maybe, you know, chick feed or whatever. So I don't know whether you can see, but I've got some little ceramic dishes in there. You can see 3 there. The one in the middle has got that super starter crumb, quail crumb. And the other 2 actually have water, and I've actually put little marbles in there just to, you know, because the quail are sort of running, jumping up and running across everything, and it means that they don't get too wet when they run across the water dishes. Rather than dunking themselves in, they sort of are able to more or less just step on the marbles so that they don't get soaked. So I've actually got 2 feed bowls and 2 water bowls in there, and I'm using, it's actually Easy Bed bedding, so it's dust extracted bedding that I use for the chickens, and the quail seem to be doing fine on it. People say that they can get very, very smelly when they're indoors, so I'll need to keep an eye on that and just make sure I keep the bedding nice and clean, which I'm doing at the moment, and it seems okay. So I've brought a couple of the wee quail out of the cage. Look, can you see their pin feathers coming in their wings? Let me just see if I can. Down you go. You. That's it. Let me see you. Look at that. Can you open your wee wings up? Look at that. That's amazing. They're 6 days old. And you can already see their first set of feathers coming in. That's absolutely amazing. They're very fast growing, these little things. Watch out, wee one. There. Of course, I won't have an idea of the sex of them for a few weeks yet. There we go. But they are absolutely divine.